Welcome in one other motherfucking interview at motherfucking Mafia House.
Hey.
I'm Ice. Today here we have
Mami Zaddy.
Tengo todo lo que quiero. Tengo todo.
Mami Zaddy ya llegó.
Hey,
Ya llegó por quien lloraban.
Hey, okay. This has been an interview that I've been postponing just because I wasn't fully ready.
Hey, okay.
You know, I wasn't ready to sit you down where I needed you to be. You know,
Okay.
so I've been watching how much movement you've been doing for yourself, and all I can say is fuck. You're doing that shit, girl.
Thank
Killing
you.
it, killing
Thank
it.
you
killing
so much.
It. And man, props to you.
Thank you.
You've been putting in work.
I've been
see
trying.
it.
Yes.
I see
You
it.
too. You're out here. You
We
are out here.
We
You are out here.
That's the word. Literally, we're out here. But without any further notice, let's get to know you. I know your fans are starting to wonder more about you. You know, like what's to you, who you really are, you know, where you come from, all that good stuff that sometimes we don't get to see, you know, because you're too busy focusing on what you're really doing, you know, but we want to see that side of you, that family side of you, that fun side of you, you know, that like sometimes you kind of have to keep to yourself just because that is how the industry is, you know?
Yeah, true.
But cool. Tell me, where did your name come from?
That's a great question. So Mami Zaddy came because I wanted my name to be like almost like self-explanatory, or what I don't know what I'm trying to say, because English is my second language. I know Spanish first, pero basically so Mami is because I want you to know that I'm a Latina.
Okay.
And then Zaddy is kind of a bow to the gay culture, because we use Zaddy for girls, boys, non-binary. Anybody can be a Zaddy as long as you got the right attitude.
Hey.
So that's how Mami Zaddy came to life. Her friend, my girlfriend's friend, Sean, I asked him, I had two names. Should I reveal it?
Yeah.
So my other potential name was Carmen Cholo.
Whoa.
Random as fuck, right?
Whoa.
At least it sounds random, but my tia Carmen is she passed away, and so that was like supposed to be a tribute to her.
Okay.
And Cholo was just gonna make it like two C's.
Okay.
But I asked him, I was like, what do you like better, Carmen Cholo or Mami Zaddy? He's like, bro, Mami Zaddy, duh. And I was like, yeah, you're right. That's kind of a duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how my name came together.
How
It
long
was
ago?
supposed Mami Zaddy is from July of 2022.
Ooh,
2022.
Very recent.
Yeah, super recent.
How were you going?
Just by Alexandra, like my name.
Just your name?
Yeah, because I wasn't doing any solo stuff. I was
Okay.
only part of bands before I went solo as Mami Zaddy.
Bands? What kind of bands? I've never heard about this.
Really?
Never. This is new to me.
Yeah.
I'm MAMI ZADDY. I didn't
Yeah,
mean-
no.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about that.
So I used to, like, my very first band, I used to play the piano for a band called Rosa's Cantina.
Okay.
And we're out of Waukegan. There was 4 of us, and then there was 5 of us. My friend Chris Angelos, he's an excellent singer. He's the one that we met at Red Lobster, actually, because I used to work there.
Okay.
And
That's cool.
he would tell me, he's like, still to this day, he reminds me, he's like, dude, I thought you were full of shit. Because we would talk about jamming, and I was like, come on, I got a bass player, I got a drummer. And finally one day we got together, and like a whole band came together from that. We have another friend, Brian Velez. Shout out to you, Brian. He's probably the most amazing guitar player I've ever heard in my whole entire life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna hook you up with him too.
That's awesome.
I think you would like to talk to him.
I love live music. You know, it's another feeling.
Agreed.
You feel that. You know, whatever emotions are being played, because that's really what's being played.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And damn, girl, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was my first band. Then I would produce at home for a little bit. After that band broke up, I would just start making beats. They're all whack, whatever. I could show y'all if you pay me. And then I joined another band. I'm trying to remember. Loose Cannons was next. Yeah. So there's a band called the Loose Cannons. Rock, I would say.
Okay.
I was playing the piano for them too. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
Huh.
but I don't know. That's horrible.
It's okay.
It's the squirt.
No, that's not the squirt.
I don't know. It could be the squirt.
It's okay though. It's okay.
True.
But okay, so after you did bands, what made you kind of say, you know what, I'm gonna go solo?
The common theme with my bands was that we couldn't quite agree on our styles.
Okay.
Everybody was always a really good musician. They still are really good musicians.
Yeah.
But nobody wanted to do rap. I wanted to do rap. My first band, I wanted to do Spanish pop.
Okay.
They were down to do it, but then one day we were like, hey, we all don't make sense. Like my one friend, everybody's talented, but he loved country music and he's really good at making country music. My other friend, he's like a fan of the Beatles and classic American rock.
Yeah.
The other dude, do you know who Thundercat is?
Yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
bass player like that. Like he had like
Exactly,
killer
like,
bass
yeah.
lines that like the bass should be leading. Like none
Yeah.
of it made sense together.
Yeah.
And then one day we're finally like, okay, we should just
We love each other.
we love each other, but like this, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, so that's what it came down to, honestly, with every band, is that nobody wanted to do the same music. And I'm sure you've worked with groups. Like, it's hard to coordinate anytime there's more than like one person, really. You only have control over yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what.
And everybody has a different vision, a different idea, a different tone of how everything should sound. It's different. Yeah.
And
for
sometimes
sure.
people sync up and they agree and then it works. But where I was, it just didn't
It wasn't
quite
that.
ever add up. And it just made more sense to me, like to do my own thing. I was still doing the bands on the side, but
Okay.
but I'm like, okay, but I also have my own music.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And
What would-
actually, oh, sorry,
No,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say, actually, my girlfriend is somebody to give a lot of credit to as to why MAMI ZADDY was born.
No.
Because I showed her one of my only original songs that I had back in 2020.
Yeah.
And she just made me feel like a superstar, like I was fired, like I had to do more. And ever since then, I was like, okay, maybe I can do more.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So y'all could thank Rich Mija
Yeah.
that MAMI ZADDY exists.
That's awesome. Because sometimes like a lot of people, a lot of artists, like if you don't have that one person in your corner who's like, yo, you're fire,
Mm-hmm.
you doubt yourself.
Yes.
You
yeah,
doubt
that's so
yourself.
easy to do. I did that
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
That's awesome. Shout out to you, girl.
Yes.
Shout out to you for real. 'Cause You a real one for that.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to say, hey, you got potential, to yo, you fucking dope. You need to do this. You gotta do this, and I'm gonna do it with you.
Yes.
'Cause she jumped on the stage with you.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
I don't know how she does that because I couldn't do that. So shout out to both of y'all for
Yes,
that.
thank you.
So okay, so that was all very recent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was only like 2 years, 3. About?
1.5 years, basically,
That's insane.
since MAMI ZADDY was a thing.
Okay, and how has she evolved so fast?
I just worked, man. As soon as I got like my first show, like I didn't stop taking shows.
Okay.
And that obviously, leads to collaboration. I met El Boxy and Jaydan,
Yeah.
which I know you're a fan. They inspired me. They're like,
Yeah.
oh God, they're amazing artists.
Okay.
And like they were also like, yo, you're fired. I'm like, wait, you're telling me I'm fired? And
'Cause
you
you're
yourself are like
fired.
ridiculously fired. I'm like, okay, let's keep this going.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of songs together. That's just one of many artists.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it happened. I just kept taking every show I could, networking with people. I really do genuinely enjoy meeting new people and like making relationships happen.
That's awesome.
So I think that helps me a lot. I remember when I was a kid, I had one of those assessments and they told me that I could be a good politician. Well, I'm like, okay, I think that applies to a musician too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Right? You're still a people person.
You have to. It's politics, but music politics.
Yes.
If
Yes, yes,
that
yes.
makes any sense in any way. I know you guys understand.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you have to not pick sides, but know how to move along all of the sides.
Know every angle.
You know,
Yeah,
because you never know where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it.
Yeah.
But I like that you brought up your childhood because I want to know about that. Like, you say that your first language is Spanish.
Yep.
Did you grow up in Mexico?
No, I grew up here in Waukegan.
Sorry.
I grew up in Waukegan, but up until I went to school, we only spoke Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. My parents at home, they just wanted to speak Spanish to me because they knew that I would learn it in school. And it's true, I did.
Did you pick it up, like, just fine?
Yeah, you know what? I have to give credit to my siblings because obviously they spoke Spanish. They spoke English already because they were in school.
Okay.
So, like, they would come home and speak English. I don't remember that, but I can only assume.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you the youngest?
I have one younger brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many in total are you?
So
guys?
there's 4 of us. There's
Okay.
Gwen, my oldest sister. She has 4 kids. And then there's Benny, me, and then Juan Martin, the youngest, or John Mar.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
How is it, like, around your family? Like,
It's awesome. They're all super supportive, actually.
that's awesome.
My little brother, John Mar, was my first photographer ever, actually.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he was around when Rosas Cantina was around.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So you've had your family supporting you all along since you
Yeah.
started?
I just realized I misspoke because technically my first videographer was Benny, my older brother.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So you
Yeah.
had both of your brothers involved. That's
Yeah,
so cool.
I have. And my sister's just my inspiration, like, every day. Like, that woman, she had 2 heart surgeries last year. And here she is, doing just fine.
That's awesome.
She's one of the strongest people I've ever known.
That's awesome.
For sure.
That's
and her
awesome.
kids are amazing. I actually have a song with 2 of her kids.
Wow.
Yeah. They were like, we want to come over to your studio. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And we made a song called Too Short. And it talks about how my youngest nephew was too short to get on the rides at Six Flags.
That's so funny.
Yep.
But you know what? Those are things that you're sharing with them. You're inspiring them. You're giving them a different outlook. You know, like,
Yeah.
not everybody can say, like, oh, I don't know how old they are, you know,
Mhm.
but as kids, you know, like, I didn't get in a booth until I was 25.
Exactly.
You know, so
Yeah.
for a kid to say, oh, I have a song.
On Spotify, my little nephew, he's like, you put it on Spotify? I was like, yeah. He's like, okay. He's one of those that he tries to act like everything's cool.
Yeah.
He'll hold all his excitement.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. But, like, I know inside he's like,
What? I'm gonna go share this.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Your family's, like, in your tree, you know, like, that's your root. That's
Absolutely.
awesome. That's so
Absolutely.
awesome. Do you go to Mexico a lot?
Not a lot. It had
Okay.
been I don't know, maybe almost 10 years since the last time I went.
Okay.
But I went in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was epic.
Was it fun?
It was so much fun. It was so much
Yeah.
fun. Have you been to Mexico
I'm
recently?
from over there. Not recently.
Okay.
Not recently. Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a long time since
Where are you from?
I'm from Zacatecas.
Zacatecas?
Mhm.
Is that north side?
That's south. That's more, like, way south.
Why can't I think of where it is on the map?
We're hiding. We're, like, by Aguascalientes. What else?
Are you guys near Guanajuato or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like close?
Yeah. We're, like, 5 hours, maybe 6.
Oh, wow.
at
Yeah,
most.
that's super close. Further south?
I would say a little west.
Oh. Are you by the coast?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
But
Why haven't you gone back?
too much, to be honest.
Okay.
But it's, like, it's down there. I just haven't. You know, like, my family's here.
Okay.
Um,
That's why.
my grandparents come and go. So
Okay.
it's like, I don't really. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here for a good time.
Yeah. This is what you do.
It became home, you know, like, you like it or not, like, I had kids, you know, like, now it's like they want to go, you know, so
Mhm.
now I'm like, okay, let's go, you
Yeah.
know, but we haven't made that.
You're gonna love it.
They're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah. It's
And
been
if
a
you're
minute.
willing to go to Guanajuato, I got some artists you could talk to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I haven't been to Guanajuato since I was in Mexico.
Okay.
But from what I remember, like, yeah, that it was fun, and I was a kid. You know, like I can now imagine like going back at my age. Like, yeah, that should be
With
lit.
your wallet.
With my wallet.
Yo,
With
yo.
my Gucci wallet.
Yeah.
Shit would be dope.
Yeah, it's a whole nother level.
Did you ever go to Mexico when you were a kid?
Yes, we used to go every year, every
How
summer.
was that? Like, what do you remember
Epic.
as a kid?
I remember the road trips. It was like 2 days worth of being on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Rarely would we stay at a hotel.
Yeah.
They always wanted to drive right through. My dad used to do this thing where my mom could tell that he was tired because he would start snapping his fingers to the music. She's like, yeah, déjame manejar, yeah.
Ya empezaste.
Yeah, like, you're already doing this. I know you're falling asleep.
That's funny as hell. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So, growing up, what would you say was like your biggest like vision for when you were older?
To be honest, it wasn't to be an artist. Like, that actually never really crossed my mind. I thought I was gonna be a lawyer.
Okay. Did you go to school?
I
for
did.
Pursuing that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did my bachelor's degree in political science from
Wow.
UIC.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I still work in law, but
Yeah.
but it's 100% not what I love. Music is what I love.
What field of law would have you gone into?
Electronic discovery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we basically, or at least my job, we upload all these documents that are evidence for different lawsuits.
Okay.
We upload them and organize them, and then the lawyers go through all of that and sue each other.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. You're like you're like the person who starts everything.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, which is funny
You're the
because I
bullshitter.
I am an instigator in real life, so it kind of adds up that I'm the one like, hey, just so
Stirring
you
the
know,
pot.
just so you know, this the evidence.
Just so you know, sends it directly to the email.
Yep, per your previous request.
That's funny as hell.
Yes.
So, like, putting all that together, like, you grew up with that vision and you pursued that vision.
Mm-hmm.
At what point were you like, you know what? I'm going to put this maybe to the side or plan B, and I'm going to focus on...
It was right before MAMI ZADDY became a thing. Like, before
Okay.
I created the MAMI ZADDY persona, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah.
I was listening to this audiobook, and the prompt was like, close your eyes and imagine the one thing that has always been your dream.
Uh-huh.
And when I did that, when I closed my eyes, I saw a stadium, just like a
Whoa.
packed stadium, all the lights from the cell phones and all that. And then the book was like, and hold on. And so I imagined that, and then I was like, nah. I like brushed it off. And of course, the audiobook was like, yeah, that thing you just brushed off, that's what you want.
Damn.
And when that happened, like, I was just telling my girlfriend, like, it felt like a euphoric, like
Whoa.
the universe was like, just like, ah, you know what I mean?
But your eyes was closed.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes. And that's that exact moment. I was on my treadmill, which probably helped because all the endorphins. That's when I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this shit. Fuck it. Let's go.
Crazy.
And probably like a week or two later, I came up with the name and I started releasing music.
Was it fast? Was it like what? It sounds like a switch just like
It
flipped.
was just like a switch. It was like I went from never imagining that that could be possible to thinking, just try it and see if it's possible.
What was everybody else's reaction?
I didn't care.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't care. She, my girl was super supportive, of course. She was like, fuck yes,
That's
finally.
awesome.
That's what she said.
That's awesome.
But
What do you mean finally?
because she had been pushing me for a long time to release more music and to like go for it.
Okay.
But then,
You had a bunch of music recorded.
yes, I have.
I was like, girl.
Yeah, I had a bunch of music recorded, and she's like, dude, just put it out.
Okay. Like, you got nothing to lose.
Basically.
Yeah.
And actually that attitude is what helped me feel better about releasing music, because I was like, okay, like I feel like when you're doubting yourself, you're like, what are people gonna say?
Yeah.
Pero when I was ready to not give a fuck, I was like, dude, nobody's gonna listen. Just put it out.
Yeah.
Ni la van a escuchar. Like, tú nomás sácala y a ver qué pasa, you know?
Yeah.
It was more like, now it'll be on Spotify for whoever wants to hear it. And if you don't want to hear it, that's okay.
For whoever's hating and wants to hear it. Yeah.
Because now I can hear my own music. I don't have to even like download a text or nothing. Like I could just go to Spotify and listen to my own shit.
That's awesome.
So actually the mentality that got me going was like, nobody's gonna hear it anyway.
How was your response when you realized that people were actually hearing it?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right, so this could be a thing.
Okay. And what happened after?
I just kept going. So when I first started, I decided that I was going to release one song per week. And I did that for like 28-ish weeks.
Wow.
More or less. And that's really what jump-started my career.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
So you pretty much pushed yourself.
Yeah, I did.
You just set goals and
Mhm.
achieved them.
Yep. It was
That's
More
awesome.
Music Mondays is what I called it.
Hey.
So every Monday I would put out a song because I have Sundays and Mondays off. So
That's
I always knew that I would have those 2 days.
You would work on it Sunday and release it Monday.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
I would sometimes work on it Monday.
Yeah.
Still, but
Yeah.
at the end of the night, before midnight, I would always put it out.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that kind of like shaped and gave the foundation to where you're at?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I went from being somebody that like had nothing to like a few months later, there was 12 tracks out.
Jesus.
You know?
You made a whole album in what's 28 weeks? I don't even fucking know. Like 6 months?
Yeah,
7?
more or less. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I gotta give
Yeah.
you props for that.
Thank you.
Because I mean, personally, I know what it takes, to sit down, to focus on, even coming up with an idea about what to write. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, bet. But then
Mhm.
you have to come up with everything else. And you do everything yourself.
Yeah.
You produce, you do everything yourself. You don't have anybody behind you. And that's a lot of work.
Yeah, even the artwork. I had to figure out, like, because I use Canva sometimes,
Uh-huh.
the album artwork creator. Even figuring out how to then turn that into, because they put it out as 1400 by 1400.
Yeah.
But my distributor, which is TuneCore, they only accept 1600 by 1600. Like, even just figuring out how to convert the file was a whole mission the first couple weeks. Yeah, but
What would you say, like, didn't make you stop?
why didn't I stop?
Yeah. Like, at what point, you just kept going? Like, you never got tired? You didn't doubt yourself?
I think I got satisfaction from, like, fulfilling my own goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was more personal.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I was like, it's Monday. Like, you told yourself there would be a song every Monday. And so that's what kept me going. And definitely positive feedback from,
Yeah.
like, people. Yeah.
Who has been your biggest supporters?
My family and my girlfriend, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. My cousin, oh my God, I can't forget to shout out Sochi. Sochi and Brandon. My cousin Sochi has been my biggest fan since we were little. Like any stupid ass jingle that I would come up with, she would repeat it. She would memorize everything. And so she's always made me feel like I'm a creator.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Have you always been a creator?
yeah, when I think back, I'm like, yeah, I guess I have been.
What are some of the earliest creations that you can remember?
I like had like I would make jingles about like my brother, my little brother, poor Juan Mud. It was always at his expense.
Pobrecito.
Pobrecito.
Pero ya tiene toda una historia.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the first one that'll get a car when I can afford it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You earned it, bro. You earned
Noted.
it. Yeah.
He's like, got it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
He likes to shop too, so I'll take care of that.
Yeah, for sure. But okay, so as an independent artist, like, what would you say has been the hardest thing for you?
Time management.
Yeah.
I think that's any regular person can probably relate to that. Time management is really hard.
Yeah.
I have a full-time job, like I mentioned before, so like I don't have time to do anything until after that.
Yeah. And you're tired.
And obviously I had to sleep.
Yeah.
I really wish I didn't have to sleep. That one movie, Limitless, have you ever seen that? Yeah, it's like Adderall on times 100 or something.
I don't know, but if anybody knows what that is,
Yes,
send it my way.
yes. Like you, basically, they didn't need sleep, right? In that movie, they could just go and go and go. Ah,
Yeah.
I wish that was real. But I get it. I also do really enjoy sleep.
I do too.
Yeah.
I can sleep. I can sleep all day.
Mhm.
All day. But
It's the
okay,
best
so
feeling.
time management.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you would say, okay, what the fuck?
I mean, it really comes down to time management because pretty much everything you could teach yourself, right? The internet now, like there's books. And that's what I've done. I've tried to teach myself everything. Pero there's only so much time.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. It just, sometimes it's like for more that you try to move fast, you can't.
You can't.
You
You
can't.
can't. No. And marketing is a whole nother beast. That's a whole nother beast, which also has to be studied.
Yeah. I hate how a lot of people just think like, oh yeah, I'm just going to pay somebody for marketing. It's like, bro, they're just taking your money. They're just taking your money.
Usually. Yeah.
Like, I can tell you 0 times marketing has worked for me. Why?
Mhm.
Because I haven't done it myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Mhm.
usually like when you don't do it yourself, you don't really know what you're putting into.
Yeah, it has to
That's
be
how I
it
feel.
has to be personal,
Yes.
right? Like you're
Yes.
creating a brand.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can't really outsource your marketing until that brand is super fucking established and can be studied.
Yeah.
Then if you could study my brand, you might understand how to keep it moving.
Or where to really market it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Because
marketing, I guess, would be another challenge.
new thing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to.
Girl, I'd spend days watching those videos. Like, do you know J.R. McKee?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you already know.
Yeah.
You already know. You on the same wavelength.
Girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, how
yeah.
do I do this? You know?
Yes.
Because like I feel like nowadays it's everybody has their own way on doing things, that like when you try to do it in a way that someone tells you to, like it just doesn't work. It doesn't,
Yeah, you have to adapt to your own.
you know, just because like everything's so different now, and if they're not teaching you step by step the way it works,
Mhm.
it's most likely not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like also like people are not really trying to teach someone.
Yeah, not usually. Not if you're trying to make your own brand happen.
No.
Like
No,
you
not
can't.
at
Your
all.
brand has to be to teach, I guess. If anything, I don't even know, to be honest.
Merp. Merp.
Yes.
Here we are
Yep.
teaching each other.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so as MAMI ZADDY has like been evolving and all that, like what are some of your idols? Some of your people that you just look up to and you're like, you know what? You inspire me.
I would say some of my peers inspire me. Mac Miller, the album Swimming. That album actually was part of my growth as a musician.
Whoa.
When I heard it, I was like, yeah, I could 100% make music that resonates with people the same way Mac Miller did.
Yeah.
Like, everything comes down to you being yourself.
Yeah.
It really does. And
Yeah.
like, I can say that over and over and over and over again, but if you're not ready to hear it, you're not going to hear it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know that. Any creative knows that.
Who is MAMI ZADDY? Who does she stand for?
Who do I stand for?
Who, I mean, you know, because like you have your fans,
Mhm.
you know, and usually like you can have all sorts of fans, but
Mhm.
like you have a certain, I don't know how to even explain, like you can resonate with other people more. Like who are those people that you can say, you know what, I sing for you guys?
Women. I would say
Yeah.
I sing for women. I'm all about empowerment. I always want to empower women. Like, it's crazy how much our different cultures, whether it's America or Mexico or many others that I can't speak for,
Yeah.
they just don't quite get how valuable women are yet. And it's crazy to me that
Yeah.
you still don't see it.
Yeah.
So that's who I sing for, I think, for women.
That's so
For
cool.
women, for minorities, obviously for the gay community. Like, I want to inspire everybody. I was saying that earlier, like in the car, I was like, oh, you wear black, I wear black. Yes, let me inspire you. That's cool. Like anything. If you see a little piece of you in me, let that drive you and let that like be the reason that you know you could do anything you want.
That's awesome.
Anything you set your mind to. And that's what it comes down to. You can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can do anything. You just have to really do it. You can't just like talk about how much you want it. Like you got to do it. That's it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. And I feel like that's really where everyone fails.
Even I like used to
Yeah.
fail at that before
Yeah.
I decided to go for it. That's where I was too. Like, yeah, I really want to. I really want to. Gotta just
And
do
what
it.
keeps that inspiration going? You know, because it's easy for anybody to say, you know what? One day I'm having a really good day. I'm gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
What keeps you inspired? Like, at what point do you just say, you know what? This is just what I'm gonna focus on, and I'm gonna keep on doing until I achieve what I want.
It's gonna sound crazy, but that day that I described where I had that euphoric feeling, that's the day I decided that this is never gonna stop.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I have bad days. I do.
Yeah.
But I just don't let myself think about music on those days.
What do you do on
You
those
just don't
days?
work. Watch TV,
Relax.
relax, fucking work probably.
Give yourself some time to really.
Yeah, I just don't let myself think about it. I'm like, okay, you feel like you ain't shit today? Just don't think about it
Come
then.
back tomorrow.
Yeah, come back tomorrow. Tomorrow you're gonna
Clock
feel
out.
like
Clock back in
Yep,
tomorrow.
clock back in tomorrow. You're gonna feel like the shit tomorrow. I guarantee you. And that is really what happens.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
And what would you say like your everyday life looks like to you right now?
In the morning I work, so I log into my job. I am lucky enough to work from home.
That's awesome.
So I wake up, coffee, log into work, think the whole time about music, come up with content ideas. I have my studio in my basement, and you think I would be there every day. I'm not. I like to watch TV. I like to watch. Man, we just binge watched Shameless again. Do you remember Shameless?
I've been watching it right now.
Yeah, you are. You're in the middle. What episode are you on?
I'm on like season 5, episode like 11 or 12.
What's happening?
Let me think. Frankie was like in the verge of dying from
Girl,
like
always. That man stays
No.
almost dying.
like he was like
Oh, the
kidney
liver?
failure
Yeah,
and then he got
yeah.
like his liver taken.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there.
Okay.
I'm right there.
Yeah, you're at a
I'm
good
at that
part.
part. I'm at
You're
that
at
part.
a good part. I'm trying to remember what else happened around then. Did he make Carl break his leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
know
he
where you're
did.
at. Okay.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Fucking Carl.
Carl's
Yes. That show's hilarious. And you know what's so funny though? My boyfriend had never watched that show. Never.
You put him on?
I put him on.
Dude.
But you know what's funnier? He lives like very nearby.
Stop.
Like extremely nearby the actual house.
That's funny.
And no. The funniest thing is that we see those kind of people walking around all day long. And after watching this show, he's like, these people make sense now.
Yeah. He knows what they're on. He knows what they're on.
And she's like, yo, what the fuck in Chicago is this shit?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, babe. Born and raised.
Yep. Born and raised. Yes.
Literally. So yes, that's the show for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like to do stuff like that. I like to watch TV. YouTube. I love YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, I just had a little like, I feel so dumb for it, but I was like, oh, YouTube, like us. It's us. Yeah, I know. I was like, bro, I'm like, how did that take me this long to figure out?
Anyways.
Yeah. I know, I'm so stupid.
That's so fucking funny.
I
I
know,
can't. I
I
can't.
know.
That is up. But okay, so what are some like shows you have coming up? New music you have coming up? New plans for the new year?
So I always post all of my shows on my website. I have www.mamizaddy.com.
Awesome.
I'm able to put them on there. I think it's called Songkick. Do you know this?
No.
I want to say it's Songkick. You can submit who your artist is and where they're going to perform, and it'll throw it onto their Spotify, Apple Music, all of that shit. Yeah.
Okay.
It's super legit. So I put all my shows on there usually.
That's awesome.
As of right now, I only have a private show scheduled next Saturday.
You're doing private shows?
I do. Yeah, they pay.
Yeah, they do. They have to.
Yeah.
You want private?
Yep. So my friends own a recycling company. Shout out Adam Burkhart. Yeah, that's their company party.
That's
the
awesome.
holiday party.
And
So that's my next one that I have coming up. And after that, low key, I haven't grabbed any other ones. I have a festival that I'm gonna perform at in September of 2024 in Mexico.
Ooh. What kind of festival?
It's so last year I think they did it in Mazatlan.
Oh.
I actually don't know, but they tell me it's huge.
It's lit.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I met this guy, Aldair Soto. He makes music too in Guanajuato. And he put me on to everything.
Cool.
He's cool. I think you would like him. He's interviewed like Aleman and he parties with Santa Fe and all that. Like he's in there.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how he got his start is
Yeah.
in the media business.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But okay, so then
But he's the one the point was he's the one that invited me to the show.
that's so cool though.
Yeah.
Because you're like already looking forward to the new year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What's in it for the new year?
New music,
Yeah.
a ton of videos, and just like promo content. I feel like that kind of sums it up. Of course, I'm gonna do shows, but I haven't quite scheduled them yet. For a little bit, we were talking about going to New York.
Yeah.
And I still want to do that, pero I was considering living there for like 3 months. We were both gonna go, me and my girlfriend. But I think we might be pivoting from that, and I think we're gonna go spend that time in Mexico instead.
Oh.
Because I want to kind of like get to know that scene a little bit more. Also, I want to use all the dancers, videographers, photographers that are out there. They're talented as
Super
fuck.
talented. Super talented.
So it comes down to the money, to be honest. New York would
does.
be like probably 2 or 3 times as much money as going to Guanajuato. Which I do still want to do New York eventually. But maybe not first. Maybe I should like try something that's not gonna cost as much at first.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, but it's awesome how you are looking in ways to expand out of Chicago.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, I feel like a lot of times like we just focus on like, okay, where are we going? Where are we going? But we don't want to get out of Chicago.
Yeah, it's comfortable. It's home, right?
It's home.
Yeah. No, I see that, and I actually really love performing in Chicago. But I know that if I want my music to grow, I have to move around.
Show it.
Yeah, I have to show it. Just you discovered me here, right?
Yeah.
The only way people are gonna discover me in New York is if I'm out there.
Yep.
Same goes for every other city that I want to hit
Yeah.
eventually.
Yep.
Guanajuato too. Like, I can't believe it. Like, even still, when I see like my fans that are hitting me up, I'm like, how the fuck? Like, you met me and I met you. Like, I'm so honored that you fuck with me. Like,
yeah.
and that only happens organically. Like, you have to be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say has been like one of the biggest blessings that came with MAMI ZADDY?
I guess learning how much my family and my friends fuck with me. Yeah. Like they, of course I knew they fucked with me, right? But then they're like, "Oh, you got a whole brand new music thing and we still fuck with you?" I was like, "Oh, okay, all right. Y'all fuck with me, fuck with me."
It's not just like love, but it's real love, you know, because like they're
Unconditional love. It's not just we love you because of who you are now. We'll love you no matter what the fuck you do.
that's so cool.
So I would say that's what's been the biggest blessing.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Because I feel like not a lot of people can say that.
Probably. Yeah.
Not a lot of people can say that. You know, sometimes shit. Not even your family wants to hear your shit.
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes, and it's just their own insecurities,
Yeah.
you know, they're being protective of you, and like, I don't want you to fail, so I'm gonna pretend that you can't do this type shit. It's bad. It's
I don't even want to hear that.
right.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's toxic, but
Yeah.
I suppose that's where their mind's at.
All right.
You know.
No, for sure. But okay.
So have you always felt like you have support from your family as far as like you're in the music business, right?
Yeah. I'm in the music business, but I feel like I'm more so, I don't even know how to say it. I've always been kind of like the rebel, you know, like the whole I know what the fuck I'm doing, so mind your own shit and let me do my own shit.
Nice. Just independent.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it kind of went the way that like I've been modeling for a minute, you know.
Ooh, okay.
So that's kind of where it started, really.
Okay. In the arts.
Yeah. Just more so like it was so funny how like it all happened for me, you know, like it was non-wanting to. I was supposed to help a friend with a photo shoot. She wanted me to come by for a photo shoot.
Okay.
I was at work.
Okay.
When I finally got to the studio, she was gone.
Oh.
She was gone for the day.
Oh.
Like she had already left. And I
Oh.
was like, oh,
What?
lovely. I got home after work. I got ready and I came to the studio and you're gone.
Oh no.
Like, BS, you know? But she's like, I'm so sorry, I had to go. She's like, but if you want, like, my guy can still take your pictures.
Okay,
you know?
dope.
So I was like, I'm already ready. Like, whatever. Sure, shoot me. You know? So I'm there. They're shooting me. The guy goes like, you know what? I have to record a video. Do you want to be in it?
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't even know you. But sure.
Yeah, my girl. Yes.
So the video actually, I had never like been recorded or been shot, you know, professionally. It's always, you know, when you ask someone to take your picture, like, oh, can you take your picture for me?
Right.
And they take a bullshit ass picture because they really don't want to take your picture.
Okay.
You know? So when I saw the outcome of that little creating shoot, I was like, oh,
I love this.
that's cool.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of cute.
Yeah, hell yeah. Are you kidding
Like,
me?
who's that?
Yes.
You know? So that kind of like, that's what made it start.
Okay.
You know, that same studio, like a different later on, they invite me. They're having a kickback. They're all just chilling. There's like 20 motherfuckers in that bitch. And I come in and there's a couple girls, you know, we're all chilling. It's a studio night. And that's when I met my best friend. Cien comes in.
Oh, I love him.
And he comes in with another guy named Jube, shout out Jube. Another guy named Fisk, shout out Fisk.
Oh, you know he's from Yuriria, Guanajuato?
Hell yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Oh.
Or our family is from, I should say. Yeah.
Small world.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He was just at our battle event this past weekend. So
nice.
it's like, you know, super good people.
Okay.
You know, super, super good peoples. And they all walk in and all this studio is like freestyling in English.
Okay.
Rap battling the fuck out of everybody, you know, like each other, but in English.
Oh.
Llegan estos, Spanish.
Nice.
And my jaw just drops like, who the fuck are these people? Yeah. you know. And at that point, like, I met them, like, man, you fast forward 4 years and here we are.
Nice. That's so dope.
Yeah,
All you did was
be there.
go home, shower, and show up.
Yeah.
That's all it takes, y'all.
Yeah.
You just gotta show up.
But you gotta shower.
Oh yeah, please shower. Well, nobody likes the BL. But that's all it takes, right?
Yeah.
That the one step.
Yeah.
You took it, and
Yeah.
look at you.
Yeah. And that's how it all started. Like, from that point forward, it was like he was doing his own thing, you know, freestyling. Then he quit that. He said, you know what? I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm gonna focus on music fully, and
Nice.
I need a manager. And I was like, well, you know, I'm not cheap, but we can talk about that later.
Nice.
But
Good,
yeah,
good,
shortly
good.
after that, we had the opportunity to team up with Bulldog.
Nice.
He already had the studio. We just kind of came in and teamed up, literally. We
Okay.
became a family.
Amazing.
And shit, it's been up since then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is Cien writing music now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. He's good.
He's
I
great.
really like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so nice. We've only interacted once or twice, I think, right?
Yeah.
Pero yeah, I like that guy a lot.
He's my rock star. I keep
Aw.
him away.
Yeah, okay, that's
you
fair.
know, like, I don't know. I feel like some people, like, he tells me, he's like, I need to see motivation. And I'm like, for sure. You know, everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes you gotta motivate yourself. Sometimes you have to see
Usually.
it in others, you know,
Mhm.
but shit, it's a challenge. You know,
Mhm.
if at the end of the day, you are who you want to be,
Yep.
you know, you become who you really want to become
Mm-hmm.
and who you work to become,
Mm-hmm.
because you're not just going to become that person just by wanting to.
Yep.
You know, you have to
Mhm.
wake up every day and get dressed for that person to become alive.
Yes.
You
Show
know?
up to the shoot,
Mm-hmm.
just like you did.
It was crazy. And it's like sometimes you're tired. You know, you're like, yo, I don't even want to put a makeup on. I don't even want to bake this right now, you know, but you
Right.
have to.
You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
Because you never know which show, you never know which video shoot,
Mhm.
you never know which interview,
Mm-hmm.
which whatever,
Anything.
you know, is that's going to put you in that spot where that one person sees you.
Yep.
And you're like, yo, her.
Yep.
That's who I've been looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so showing up is really all it takes.
Truly.
Truly.
Yeah. I would have never met you if I didn't do shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, why would I be on your radar?
Yeah. For sure. You know, but like I've always said, you know, like you meet the people that are supposed to cross your path at the right time.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
Sometimes, like, even if you meet people, like, and you guys just don't click, you know, and those people just quickly swerve away from your life,
True.
you know, but the people that, like, you meet for a purpose, they stay in your life with a purpose, you know,
Yes.
and it starts to reveal,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so shortly we'll see what's coming after this.
Yes.
You
100%.
know, but pretty much I'm done from my side.
Okay.
If you have anything else to shout out or share with us.
Okay. All right. You could edit this out, right? If I
Mhm.
take a few seconds to
Mhm.
figure out what I want to say. Okay, cool. Trying to think. What do people usually say here? Okay.
Videos, any shout outs, any recent projects that you really want to share,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay. Let me think.
Anything that you recently released?
Mm-hmm.
What, yeah, you go, I guess that's the latest.
Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah, there you go.
should be like you're available for New Year's
Uh-huh.
Eve in case someone wants to book you.
Yeah.
And you're looking to, like, do new shows or new features.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Thank you for giving me the time. I just need a second.
No, for sure.
I should shout out Pinche Frankie.
Oh,
sure, right?
sure.
Yes.
Should shout him out
Yes.
because we both know him.
Mm.
Um,
Right, I guess.
Yeah, cultura urbana. Shit, I feel like I always miss people, you know,
know.
and I hate doing
know.
that. I should have prepared notes. But
Nothing could be as worse as when you call me your friend.
bro, I did that one time.
Yeah. It
Yep.
was like, I made this song with my 2 friends. I was like,
Bitch, what? What 2
I was
friends?
like,
Ooh, she said,
I would have been like, what?
that was
No,
I was like, what song you talking about?
yeah, she was tripping. Well, because it was my first show ever. So I had my first show ever was with Cultura Urbana. It was October 8th of 2022.
Okay.
No, that was my second show, but the first one was a private show, so it doesn't count.
Okay.
So that was my first show ever, and then that night there was an open mic. Fuck, I'm not gonna remember them right now. Safe House. There's a place called the Safe House in Pilsen,
Yeah.
and it's run by somebody like I want to say their username is Wild Yet Zealous,
I'm not sure.
something like that. I
Yeah.
can connect you with anybody, but that was the second show I ever did, and yes, I was very nervous. And on stage, I was like, "Okay, this next song I made with my 2 friends," and that hoe acted like nothing. She came up and she
I was
sang.
like, yeah, I'm one of the friends.
Yeah, but right after she's like, "I'm your friend." I was like, "What?" I didn't
She
even-
acted like
I
a friend from the rest of the night.
Bro, I was like, I didn't even hear myself say that.
And then,
Oh, she heard it, all right.
Oh, she heard it, and it's on tape.
I'm like,
Pa' acabarla.
Prove.
Pa' acabarla, there's receipts,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
Yes.
You can't throw that one out.
Nah, I can't.
Sorry, friend.
Yeah, I know. Ever since then, I bring it up. I'm like, my girlfriend, who is not my
My-
friend.
My wife.
Pretty much. My bad. Yeah, we have a song called Me Season. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's me, her, and this other girl, Destiny, which I bet you would love to talk to too.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I just want to shout out everybody that has been part of my career.
Yes.
Obviously, Ice Q here. I really appreciate you for inviting me.
No, of course.
I appreciate you for like fucking with me, for supporting me. Like,
It's that girl empowerment.
yes, like it means so
Yes.
much to me. Like, it means so much to me that you fuck with me and
Yeah.
that, I don't know. Yeah, it's very, yeah, I love it. Thank you. I'm not going to make myself cry right now, but who else? Cultura Urbana, Pinche Frankie Flowers. Obviously,
Yes.
you know we love you.
We fucking
Um,
love you for
yeah.
sure.
My mom came to that first show. She's like, ¿por qué siguen diciendo Pinche Frankie? ¿Por qué
Si
le
lo
dice pinche?
conociera.
¿Por qué le dice pinche?
Si lo conociera entendería, señora.
Okay, for real. Dude, that first show, Mustang kept roasting him the whole time.
I believe you.
Sheesh, but yeah. Anybody that has fucked with my career, todos ustedes en Guanajuato que me aceptaron y me invitaron a un show en la terraza donde estaba el Pípila atrás de nosotros, like, los amo. Gracias Aldair, gracias Smiley. Isa es el productor más like conocido de ahí de Guanajuato. Mis primos me decían que había un muchacho que querían que yo conociera y resultó ser el mismo muchacho que me presentó a Aldair.
Oh, wow.
Elisa. Elisa es el productor más chingón de Guanajuato.
Wow.
So, shout out to you, Isa.
Ya saben con quién trabajar si están en Guanajuato.
Sí, ya saben con quién trabajar. También conocimos a Marilyn que hace uñas. Do you know who Hispana is? She does her nails.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
Whoa.
dope ass nails. I gotta send you the profile.
That's awesome. I love Hispana.
Yes.
I love Hispana. Shout out Hispana.
Yeah, shout out Hispana. True.
Shout
Shout
out
out Yas
Hispana.
Bones, Santa Fe Clan,
Yes.
Snow the Product, you
Ooh.
fucking beast.
Yes. That girl.
Um,
Yes. You know she's from Zacatecas too?
I did not know that.
Yep. Every time I listen to her, I'm like, girl, I could feel like we're cousins.
Yeah. She does call you her cousin in most of her songs.
Con mi prima.
Yeah. She doesn't she have some lyrics like that?
Yeah.
Like you might not know, but that's my cousin.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah.
Who else do I need to shout out? Jadon,
Sí,
que me
Jadon.
inspiró desde la primera vez que lo
El
vi.
hombre detrás
Desde
de
la
las
primera vez que
cámaras.
vi a Jadon en un show, yo empecé a ensayar. Yo antes no ensayaba, Yeah, la neta. Y luego te vi a ti, and I was like, hay que ensayar. Porque tú no manches, like, te pasas de lanza, güey.
Honestly.
Yeah, te pasas, like, tus movimientos, tu rima, tu flow, like, todo.
El tiempo.
El tiempo,
Sí.
like,
Estás en los niveles.
yeah, otro nivel, man. Mi primo que es el Adán Acero, también él hace rap. Es un harsh critic, ¿cómo puedo decir eso en español? Es bien criticón el
Sí,
güey,
ajá.
el primo. Es bien criticón el primo y se quedó bien impresionado con Jadon. Yeah,
el criticón no tuvo
Es
nada que
más,
criticar.
te escribió. Se llama Adán Castellanos. Él te escribió, who else do I need to shout out, baby? Mi mamá,
La
Rosario.
baby. Shout out la baby.
Shout out la baby.
Duh.
Shout out Rich Mija. Mi hermano que me ayuda con todo mi merch, mi mercancía. My brother's the one always selling my merch. My sister that inspires me no matter where she is. My little brother too. My cousin Soshi. Who else do I need to shout out? I already said Cultura Urbana, right? I already said Pinche Frankie Flowers. Ese güey, you know ese güey.
Ese güey.
Ese güey, and David López, que yo le estaba diciendo a Jadon que le tiene que escribir porque, bruh, te va a encantar Milwaukee. Te va a encantar Milwaukee.
Ya, no hemos ido para Milwaukee todavía.
Bruh, tienen que ir.
Yes.
Tienen que ir.
Ok.
Yeah.
Tienen que dar en nuestra casa, pues.
Yes.
Ok.
Para que manejen una hora menos. Yeah, sí, son bienvenidos.
Ok. Sería algo que hay que planificar.
Sí, hay que planearlo para que los dos estemos en el show.
Oh.
Y yo también, aquí lo voy a decir en cámara, quiero una colaboración con el Jadon. Yeah.
Que se haga, que se haga.
Yeah.
Yes.
Van a decir, ¿y esos qué?
¿Y eso quién se cree?
Yeah. Eso es lo que yo quiero hacer, puras canciones que digan, ¿y esa qué?
¿Quién putas es?
Hey, ¿tú no has rapeado?
Nomás cuando me enojo, güey.
Ok, va. Hazla enojar.
No, hombre, no.
Dile que siempre sí encontraron el carro.
Dile que no lo encontraron.
Dile que no era cierto que se lo robaron.
Sí, no.
Dile que su hermana lo escondió.
No, güey, no. Sí, sí, nomás cuando me enojo.
Ok.
Yeah,
Pues
like,
te voy a hacer enojar para que vengas un día.
oh, man. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I'm an ugly angry.
Yeah,
I
I
talk
love
so
it.
much shit.
Let's do it.
I talk so much shit.
I'm
Like, hay un recording
Ajá.
por ahí
Ajá. Por ahí. Darknet.
que
The dark web.
le pusieron beat
Nice.
y me grabaron cuando yo estaba enojada.
Okay.
O sea, estaba hablando muchas cosas
Ok,
y le
ok,
pusieron
ok.
beat y yo me
Nice.
quedé como que hijos de su puta madre.
Soy su pinche chiste.
It was a drill. Oh shit.
She's like, fue un dembow. Fue un dembow. Ya, güey.
But yeah, no, I haven't. Cien antes me decía, because he's always like, yo necesito una like a girl, you know, and I'm like,
You don't want to anymore, or what?
no, como que no es que no, es que no me sale. Like my writing, like is
Only when you're angry. To
yeah,
be honest, like I'm not much of a writer, to be honest either. Like she helps me.
yeah,
The shit that I'm on with her is mostly her
yeah,
speaking for me.
yeah.
I'd be like, I'll tell her, like, this is kind of what I want to say. And
Yeah.
like, okay, well.
And she'll just put it together. Yep.
basically.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
A ghostwriter. A ghostwriter. I'd be willing to help you. I'd be willing to help you.
And you know what? I had a girl who I wanted to work with, but she was like, I'm too busy. I got too much going on.
That makes sense.
And you know, that's cool. You know, it's totally understandable. You don't want to jump on somebody else's radar and just kind of work for them on their shit, you know, and it's cool.
Yeah, if you don't have time, you don't have time.
Understandable. You know, but that's kind of what made me just be like, nah.
Yeah.
You know, because
discouraged you or
not really discouraged me, more so like I don't got time for that right now.
Oh, I see.
You know, like I'm building everything else. Like my vision is podcast, managing, like interviews.
Like music's kind of on the back burner for you.
Yeah. Because it's like, I feel like, I don't know, you can't, I don't know. Maybe it's not that you can't. It's more so like it looks unprofessional when you're making music yourself and you're trying to manage someone else. You know, so
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I've heard that before from another friend, Kendall Bell.
Yeah.
Who she does music, but she also wants to be A&R.
Yeah. It's like my thing is like I don't really care about making music.
Okay.
I've never been the type. If you put a note, I'll be like, what the? So do I go high or do I go low?
Okay.
You know? So like music, I love music.
Yeah.
I love music. But I don't see myself making music.
That's okay.
You know, like I don't play an instrument. I can't read your like music notes.
Okay.
I can't like, you know, like music. I know how to play the flute. That's about it.
Nice.
You know?
That's amazing.
But that's really about it.
Okay.
You know, like I can't go other than A, B, C.
And
you
you're
know,
allowed
like,
to change that.
Yeah.
If you ever want to, you're allowed to.
You know, like
Yeah.
maybe in the future I'll actually have time, you know, like once everything's like paying back, like you'll have time to like invest in like piano classes or like, but those things are like, I don't have time to teach it myself right now.
Okay.
I don't have time to really sit down, pick up a guitar or a piano and be like, oh, I'm learning this now. You know, like I'm on the go.
Okay.
Go mode is activated.
I could tell.
You know, so it's like, it hasn't been.
Nice.
I kind of like when that happened, I was like, well, you know what? Let me look for girls for you.
Nice.
And that was just the easiest route.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense, actually, because that's your, like, skill set.
Yeah. You know, like making people comfortable to have them come around and just kind of organically build whatever comes from it.
Okay, nice.
You know, so, yeah. Music has been kind of like, I'll let you guys take care of that. Like, you guys can do that. I'll give you the spot.
You got the business side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Like, talk to me about numbers.
Yeah,
you know,
you're a
like,
boss.
Yeah. Everything else, like, you guys do that. I got your back. I'm right here if you need me. That's kind of like why the interviews and podcasts were created. You know, to give the artist that spotlight.
Nice.
You know, it's because it's not about me. You know, it's I want to know you, who you are. You know, like, that's really what it's about.
Nice.
You know,
I love that.
Yeah, everything else is like, nah. Like, you know, it's not for me.
I got you if you ever change your mind, though.
Oh, man.
We'll write for you and record you.
Oh, man. Don't
Yeah.
get me started.
Yeah, that would be fun.
It would be because I have some crazy experiences, girl.
Dude, you got to tell me about them.
Man, if I was to tell you.
Yeah. We got to cut the cameras off first. But you got to tell me about them because
let's say bye.
I can make you a song.
Let's say bye. Let's,
okay.
I don't know. You want to say your last goodbye?
Like a little outro?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Should I say?
Mami Zaddy. I like how you do like your whole...
the Mami Zaddy. Okay, me llamo Mami Zaddy. Gracias por ver esta entrevista. Gracias a Ice Cube. Gracias a Jayron que está detrás de las escenas. Los quiero mucho. Busquen en mi página. I have everything posted. Shows, songs. Saludos a todos los que me quieren. Saludos a mi mamá. Saludos a mi familia. Saludos a mi prima Xochitl. Saludos a todos. Los amo. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And Mami Zaddy ya se va.
Yeah. Soy Ice Cube. This was another interview with motherfucking Mafia. And see you next time.
Yeah.